Ladies and gentlemen, next up, again, another name very familiar to Winnipeg. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Rob Carver.
I spend my life adjusting these mics. For those of you who know me, you know I'm fairly comfortable in front of a mic, but what I'm not used to doing is endorsing a political candidate. That's because I've never done it before. And I've never done it before, really, because I've never met anyone like Kevin Klein. Kevin won me over, and there's four things I wanted to just briefly talk about as to why he did. First of all, and a bit of a personal story here, Kevin's a man of great integrity. He asked me to be in his campaign, and I committed that I would, and then I ended up with a bit of a health issue, and with very little notice told him I wouldn't be able to help. And I can tell you where I expected a bit of recrimination and come on, Kevin dropped everything and basically said, what do I need? About to launch a campaign for mayor, he was more concerned about me than anything, and that really convinced me I had the right guy. The other thing is, I met Kevin, I guess, a number of years ago through a police colleague, and we were talking about safety and various issues downtown. And what I saw in Kevin was a man of just common sense. There's a lot of people running for mayor, a hugely crowded field, and a lot of them have ideas that they've just pulled out of the air. Every time Kevin raised an issue, he just talked about it like someone who understood that this had to be done, that solutions were going to be done at a grassroots level, and he simply understood some of the difficulties about getting there and probably what it would take. The other thing is, I wanted to say that I was reluctant to get into this campaign, not because I didn't believe in Kevin, but because I didn't want to be part of the campaign. And I'm here because Kevin just impressed me with his leadership. And I come from an organization where leadership is critical, both by its success and its failures. And what I saw in Kevin was just a person who was a natural leader, the kind of person who I know can lead this city through the next few years and really make some significant changes in a city that needs some changes and needs some fixes. And finally, and I was going to use the word vision, I was going to say that Kevin Klein is a man of vision, and I decided on the way here that that's not what I wanted to say. Because I see a lot of candidates here talking about grand visions and no idea how to get there. And the final part is that Kevin convinced me what we needed was a plan, and Kevin was able to articulate that plan. And I don't want to vote for somebody who's going to sell me pie-in-the-sky visions. I want to work and vote for somebody who has a plan, and Kevin Klein has that plan for the city. And that's why I'm going to be part of his campaign and know he should be the mayor. Thank you very much.